Hello and welcome to I've Seen Everything, where the name is ironic and the reactions are... Thank you, Doctor. Welcome back! I don't know how many of you are following this along in order, but if you'll recall from last time I was recording Doctor Who episodes, I was talking a big game. I was just saying, hey, I'm going to get all these out right away. I have apparently drastically underestimated editing and just other things going on. So I haven't been as successful as I had hoped in that regard. I am trying. I'm back now to record these two episodes, episodes 4 and 5. This episode is episode 4, called 73 Yards, or it's just called 73 Yards. I'm still going to be cranking through these, getting them out as soon as I can. I know nothing about this episode, but I shouldn't know everything. These are the new episodes. All I know is what it says in the Disney description. The TARDIS lands on the Welsh coast, where villagers sit in fear of ancient legends. Thumbnail, we've got the Doctor in what looks like a yellow raincoat and Ruby both standing on what I presume is the Welsh coast next to the TARDIS. I've seen a clip in the trailer for the season that looks like it's in a setting like this. I obviously don't know how that relates to this, so we'll find out what this is all about. The only way we're going to do that is by watching the episode. But before we get started, I'd really appreciate it if you take a second to go down and click the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I put out new videos. I have a lot of things planned out here for the channel, a lot of things I want to do, hopefully be exciting and fun. I hope you'll come along with me. So for now, Doctor Who, 73 Yards, here we go. BBC on Disney, and it appears we are already on the Welsh coast. 73 Yards, written by Russell T. Davies. No intro so far.
Oh yeah, we are in Wales! Can you tell?
He's very excited to be in Wales.
Green, of course, the rocks and the water, it never ends.
It's like an advertisement for Wales, pretty much. The Wales Tourism Board, behind this episode of Doctor Who, they've sponsored it.
The most dangerous prime minister in history. He led the world to the brink of nuclear... Wait, what year are you from?
2024.
Spoilers.
Sorry, he was 2046. Sorry, spoilers. Forget I said anything.
Ooh. That is odd. What is that?
What is this?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's a circle. Someone made this, and I am sorry.
Oh, is it some kind of memorial or something?
Made by children, doesn't it? Lucky Charms and bird schools.
I don't know what a circle is. Is that something they made up, or is it something that is known?
I miss you. That's all it says.
Yeah, it's some kind of memorial.
Rest in peace, Mad Jack. Bless him, eh? Looks like some sort of memorial.
I don't think the Doctor's there. This was in the trailer.
Yeah, don't be doing that to me.
And the TARDIS has stuff growing on it.
Hey, it's locked.
This is a interesting turn of events. He's there, he vanishes, the TARDIS is locked. And then there's someone standing there doing hand motions.
Have you seen my friend?
Is that Ruby's mother that we've been leading to this whole time? Every time she gets closer, she moves further back. Well, look at her while you're running at her.
Okay, very clever.
She's in some kind of other... She's been transported somehow to some kind of other realm or something like that.
Are you a part of this? Where's the Doctor?
Run at her, looking at her. These are good stories like this where it's just normal life, but then all of a sudden just one thing is switched where you can't really explain it, and you're kind of stuck somewhere trying to figure something out. But it's just like this one little shift. It's just the Doctor is gone and the TARDIS is locked, and we don't know why. And this lady is always behind her. And for some reason, the motions she's doing always involve a shrug of some kind. Okay, now she's not there. But she's up ahead. Sorry, I'm talking a lot this time. Trying to find the balance. Ooh. Oh, it's her neighbor.
She must be mad.
Oh, I thought it was her neighbor from the Christmas special.
Where is that? That's Glyn Gatwa.
I haven't met you before, have I?
Well, I don't think so.
Can she see the lady behind her?
That woman, do you see her?
Of course I can.
She's following me, but could you just tell her I'm sorry?
Sorry for what?
Indeed. Sorry for what?
Tell her that I'm fine and should go home.
Hope she doesn't get this old woman killed.
Ask her if she knows the Doctor. I'll try.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going to happen now. Although I imagine I'm supposed to be. It seems she would be able to walk over there if she just looked at her. Okay. Well, if that's meant to be scary, it is effective. I mean, you just keep showing puzzling things that are a little creepy and don't really have a lot of explanation to them, or any explanation to them, really. But she seems to be interacting with normal people, or at least that lady was. It's not just some isolated realm where she's on her own.
Who goes out in this without a coat?
Lost my things. Have you got a room for the night?
I have.
Is this episode going to be entirely Ruby? It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I wonder.
Can I pay with my phone?
Pay with your phone?
I don't think they have that out there.
How do you pay with your phone?
The phone can transfer money.
Yes, you can pay with your phone.
People are awful rude.
We're not quite the Dark Ages. Next week, we're getting Christianity. Throw 'em to the lions.
I know she doesn't have a lot of options, but I don't know if I'd want to stay there. Don't get a great vibe from it.
That woman, can you see her?
She must be bloody freezing, man.
You should try asking her in.
She's not with me. She's just following me.
Which is an odd thing to say to people.
Have you tried asking her why?
No.
I'll ask you now.
I think he's going to go away screaming too.
There was a friend of mine. Could you just ask her if she's seen him?
Well, give it a go.
It's a good story. I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what this is. So definitely not very predictable.
Following's the wrong word because she doesn't approach. She comes so far and it's like she stays away.
Yeah.
Never comes any closer.
You tried to get closer to her. She wouldn't let you.
She's sempre distanced to you.
I figured that he's going to run away too. Yep.
Oh my God, Josh is running.
Run away screaming.
He ran away like the devil was on his bum.
See, I was with my friend and we walked into this thing, like a circle of cotton.
Sorry, I'm watching.
Witchcraft sort of thing.
What do you mean, cotton?
Do they know what it is?
Like strands.
Witchcraft is a very strong word.
Where was it?
Up on the cliffs a couple of miles that way.
It's what they call a fairy circle. Did you break it?
Yeah,
This lady seems to know a lot.
it's not magic, is it?
Is it not? Cliff tops are a liminal space where rules are suspended.
She certainly seems to have a lot of information.
Do you know why Wales has so many castles?
No.
I didn't know they did.
They were torture centres set up by the English.
Steeped in blood we are.
It's said that he walks through the gaps, the spiteful one.
It's really hard to talk during this.
It would never disrespect the circles. It said rest in peace.
What did?
Little scrolls.
You read them?
Why did you do that?
One said rest in peace, Mad Jack.
How was she supposed to know? Is this like a whole town of people who know about like dark arts or something, or is this like a normal thing?
Mad Jack is unbound.
But that lady wasn't Mad Jack.
Drank in this pub.
He called this place home.
That is not Mad Jack out there.
Then answer the door.
Hurry up, I got my hands full.
That was pretty messed up. That was good though.
For God's sake, child, you walked into a piece of string.
The likelihood they would be able to coordinate that whole thing that way though. But they also still saw the guy run away screaming. That's how the whole thing started. And the lady's still there over after the whole night passed. She should walk at the lady just looking at her the whole time. Like walk directly at her.
He said I'm never coming back. I said why, and he said ask her.
I think he meant ask her.
You will be packing and going.
I still feel like it would have been odd to them, even that night. I don't think they would have joked around because he did see him run away like crazy.
Maybe this is what you do. But if you come back, I would love to see you again.
It has to be something odd going on because it's not like the TARDIS left. It's not like the Doctor like left her there.
I'm going now, okay? You win!
Is she on the train? Or is she going to see her out the window? Yep. So this lady defies physics, but other people can see her. And now Ruby's brought her home.
Man was no good with his box of magic tricks.
Maybe the Doctor went inside his box and that's what men do. And they potter.
Where is this lady? And what's it going to do to Ruby's family? Also, how did they fix the kitchen? Because he messed up the roof last time.
There's this woman.
If I can approach her, then I'll phone you.
Her mom will run away screaming.
Trust me, darling. It's a plan.
This could be really bad.
Having a nice time? Nothing to do with me.
Is she going to know something? Because people had theories about her.
Mum, don't listen to her! Please don't do this to me, Mum!
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. She has to come back at some point. Her own mother is still at the house. This has to be a dream or, I don't know. Like I said, a spell, something.
Mum, phone me back. Just tell me what she said. Just talk to me. I will keep calling 100 times a day. Hang on.
This is way worse. This is one of the main rules of suspense or horror or different things like that, is just unexplained things.
Come on, change the locks on me, come on!
I won't ask you again, Ruby. Please stop calling or go away. I'm your daughter.
Except you're not.
So she answered the phone, but also something's going on because her mother would never say that to her.
I take it that's the woman behind me, is that right?
Yes.
Hey, Kate Lethbridge-Stewart.
I'm Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, and I think I can help.
That's... Didn't expect that, but okay.
My own mother. I don't want to leave, just in case.
We have a tradition of helping the Doctor's former companions once they return to a normal life.
So maybe it is permanent. That'd be heartbreaking.
And you work with the Doctor?
With him, despite him, against him sometimes. And I adore him. I can only say that now he's not here.
I'm glad they brought her back.
We thought the Doctor was silent.
I keep wondering how the world survives without him.
I think I can say skin of our teeth.
I just wonder what she's going to be able to do.
I wonder if landing a perception filter on top of that circle has affected things.
Is this someone pretending to be Kate Lethbridge-Stewart?
Maybe, because she has a perception thing. It's like they see her, but they don't notice her. 73 yards.
There's the title.
I've measured it 1,000 times.
But if you went on a plane?
Or a boat, but I don't. I keep thinking, if I cut her off, I might die, or she might die.
I'm really trying to think of something, but just weighing the options about what she could possibly do here.
We photographed her, but this is the only image we can get.
Oh, I know.
It's going to make me actively angry if something happens where she can't get back with her mother. Like,
it proves you're not going mad.
Ah, thank you.
There's only one more option. Let's bring her in.
I don't know, she does something.
My staff have full psychic training.
I get a feeling it's not going to work.
You're with experts now.
Phew.
Go, go, go!
I get the feeling it is definitely not going to work.
Do not engage with her in any way, just bring her in.
Too late.
I said do not engage!
No, Kate, what she...
She's getting it through the thing somehow.
Disengage.
Kate, please don't go, Kate!
Well, I think they've sold the isolation, the frustration, the fear, all of it. She's had to get herself her own little place. I don't think that's her mom.
Got to ask, is there someone else?
She's having a whole life, passing years like this. She's going to snap back to the beginning with the TARDIS, I'm almost positive, but I don't know for sure. I can't imagine how she moves forward otherwise. But
Well, no public school for me. I've done hard work.
Who is that?
I worked on a fruit stall in Swansea Market. Hospital porter.
She seems to know who it is.
I was a jack of all trades.
Oh.
Mad Jack, they used to call me.
Mad Jack. Roger Ap William, the most dangerous prime minister in history.
Oh, we're moving into the future that the Doctor was talking about.
It's taken me all this time to realise what I'm here to do.
Which is what?
I'm going to save the world.
That's a little ambitious, but good luck. She seems happy about it.
Come on, we've got work to do.
This is a very creative episode. I still really have no idea where we're going, which is the point. So, well done, Russell T. Davies.
Hi there. I would like to offer my services.
She's going to try to kill him.
For exactly?
Oh, anything. Anything at all. I just think Roger Ap William is amazing. Hey, I'll even carry the coats.
Yeah, she's going to try to kill him.
The government has collapsed in shame.
She thinks that's what she has to do to break this. And 20 years have passed, as we just saw what the year is for the election.
Committed to spending £65 billion on nuclear weapons.
I don't know what else to say right now. I just want to see what's going to happen.
But we're members of NATO.
When did NATO ever, fire a nuclear missile? Ever?
He's pretty loose about firing nuclear weapons.
That you actually want to fire a nuclear missile.
We'll cut that bit out, right?
That's a disturbing individual. Maybe she is supposed to kill him. If this guy's going to destroy the world, maybe she's supposed to kill him and then things go back to normal and the Doctor doesn't know who this is. But this guy's looking at her.
Are you with us?
Yes, my name's Ruby.
What about her? Girl over there? Is she one of ours?
Oh, he can see her? Oh, that's not her.
She's on Danny's team.
What's her name?
Marty Bridges.
Have we seen the woman since she started this?
He is duly elected as Member of Parliament for the constituency.
Yeah, I think she is going to kill this guy. So now I'm asking, or now I'm thinking, was she the old woman somehow? Yeah, there she is still. He took advantage of her.
Good news?
Oh, she's pregnant. I think.
Sometimes, I don't know, I think he gives me the shivers. Oh, he is a monster.
Confirmation. Not really a hard sell on that.
Not step on the grass.
Well, I don't see why. Come Saturday, there's going to be 10,000 people on there.
So they're signaling, I feel like, pretty heavily toward that she's going to do this. What that makes me wonder, though, is something going to stop her? Is there some reason she's actually not supposed to do it?
Here he is.
He still says hello to every single person.
Our job's on the sidelines. Except for you, Marty. Roger said there's room for you at the party.
She's going to end up using her. Yeah.
On the grandstand, Rose.
Not that it takes much, but she's kind of turning her against him and bringing her into her confidence.
Who cares about the British Prime Minister making a speech in Cardiff?
Oh, listen, if he's got something to say. Saturday is when control transfers.
Control transfers.
We're purchasing the nuclear arsenal from Pakistan. And on Saturday, Roger will declare us independent from NATO.
Oh, that's terrible.
Saturday. He'll launch.
Yeah, it's not symbolic.
I'm sorry it took so long, but I wish I could have helped you. I'm so sorry.
Whatever is happening is about to happen, I feel like.
Ruby, what are you doing?
What's she doing?
I don't know either. I do and I don't. I don't know how she's doing this.
55 yards.
Put that down! Get off the pitch!
56 yards.
Oh, she's going to use the woman.
Off the grass. I said, get off.
Which is kind of brilliant. He doesn't feel threatened if she's moving away from him.
That's an order! I said, stay where you are!
70.
She's going to get shot doing this.
Stay
73 yards.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
All she was doing was walking backward with a phone. But that's not going to kill him. It's going to get him to just keep away from Ruby, isn't it? Or maybe it just gets him to run away forever.
And 50 minutes later, resigned from the office.
Well, she saved the world. And without killing him. I couldn't understand what he was saying.
What he calls a more lenient and...
So she finds a way to use this thing, it's a curse, to do some good in the world.
Hey, is that what you were for?
She seems to be doing something different now.
Can you leave me alone?
40 years. Yeah, we're snapping back to when she's younger. She lived a whole life in this story.
I can't drive any closer. I can't get a signal for the engine this far out.
Oh, come on. Well, maybe. 60 years total, I think. So yeah, she'd be in her 80s, I guess, with how they advance the story.
Why do people put flowers here?
I don't think they know.
The TARDIS would have been gone by now if this were real.
I presume she must be gone, my mother, and I didn't mind my birth mother. It never snowed again.
I wonder if she'll remember this when she snaps back.
Why is she here? And I think at the end, I have to go, because that's very you, isn't it?
It's hard to talk over any of this.
Dare to hope.
He just pops out all of a sudden.
I've set the light, Ruby. If you wake up in the night...
A whole life.
I could make it snow once upon a time.
Man, that just sounds like the mind wanderings of an old woman at this point. We've seen this before.
Don't worry. Everyone has abandoned me my whole life.
That's heartbreaking.
But I haven't been alone for 65 years.
Yeah, that's true. We've seen this before with Clara, a little bit with Amy. I don't know who else we've seen live through a whole life.
Light.
She's in the room with her. She's turned backwards. If she's come to kill her, she's waited a long time to do it. Turn around.
It took all these years.
Where are we? Oh, is it her? It is her, somehow. I wondered if that was the case, if it somehow ended up being her.
I've been to Wales 3 times.
But the other question is, what was she saying to people? Don't stare.
Well, she's not there anymore.
Ah.
Oh, no, don't step.
Okay. But she knew that somehow.
Fairy circle. Man, that's so delicate.
And also, last time she didn't see the woman until the doctor disappeared. Until they already broken it.
Well, yeah, what did they say?
No. Give them their respect, Ruby.
So some kind of paradoxical version of Ruby that prevents the Prime Minister from destroying the world?
Said you've been 3 times? What was the other one?
No, I don't know. When was it? I can't think. I suppose. Now.
Well, it looks like that's it. So let's go ahead to the wrap-up. Okay, so that was Doctor Who, Season 1, the new Season 1, Episode 4, 73 Yards. I really liked it. I thought it was really good. I was left a little bit at a loss at the end, to be honest with you. There's questions about... There's still remaining questions, and I imagine there's supposed to be some mystery to it about what it all meant or why it all happened. I think the overreaching idea was just be respectful, like what the doctor said at the end, be respectful of things that are there to honor people and that kind of stuff, you know, even if you don't really understand what they are, which is an important message for sure. But we don't, other than her disturbing the thing accidentally, we don't really know why what happened to her, and we don't really... There's still unanswered questions, and in certain mysteries there's supposed to be. I suspected, as I think I said earlier on, that the old woman was going to end up being Ruby. I started to wonder more and more about that as Ruby got old herself. It was kind of jarring where all of a sudden they said 40 years had passed, and they show Ruby being this old woman coming back to the TARDIS one last time before she died, presumably. And it's like, come on, that much time hasn't passed. But it's easy to forget during that passage of time early on where Millie Gibson was still playing Ruby through those years, time advanced like 20 years. That guy, or more than 20 years, that guy was running for Prime Minister. It said there was a campaign of 2046. So if you take those 20 years and then you add another 40 years to whatever Ruby's age is already supposed to be, yeah, she's going to be in her 80s. So that makes sense. But I thought when she was, obviously elderly and going back there and the woman was still there, that meant the woman was someone else. There was a thought about the woman potentially being her mother, because we've seen references to that. But what we never really got an answer to was, okay, it's Ruby, and it's some kind of a loop or something like that. But we don't know what this version of Ruby, this woman, we don't know what she was saying to people to get them to run away, to get them to want nothing to do with Ruby. They looked at Ruby after they heard whatever it was, like they hated her. Like she was the most disgusting person in the world. Like she was someone that wasn't worth speaking to. Particularly how her mother treated her and how Kate Lethbridge-Stewart treated her. She looked at her like she hated her. She almost looked at her like she wanted to hit her. Like she just was disgusted by her and just left without any explanation, refusing to help her any further. Her own mother turning on her and refusing to have anything to do with her. It would have been nice to know why that was. We never really got an answer to that part. But I was also speculating during the episode, and I'd be interested to hear from people who have better memory for this kind of stuff than I do. How many times have we done something like this with a companion? First of all, we had an episode that was entirely a companion, pretty much, that only had the Doctor at the very beginning and the very end. But how many times have we had an episode with a companion where they've lived through a whole life? I remember Clara doing it on that one Christmas episode. I remember Amy doing it when they were caught in that kind of time warp type of thing. I forget what that place was they went to. Yeah, I would be interested for people to let me know what you remember as far as things like this, where somebody lives a whole life over the span of an episode and then comes back to being their younger self again. But did she, though? That's the thing. We had a version of Ruby who lived this whole life, became this old woman apparently, saw her younger self, and then just vanished. Is that an alternate version of Ruby that stepped on the circle, and then once that was changed, that version didn't exist anymore? I don't know. It was an interesting episode for sure. It would have been nice to have a couple more of those types of questions answered. Definitely kept your attention. Definitely kept me not knowing where we were going. So As far as the rating for this episode, I would say that I liked this episode quite a bit. I thought it was a very creative story. Didn't see what was coming the vast majority of the time. And that ultimately, I really enjoyed it. There are a couple of things I wish had been answered or been answered a little differently, but, you know, some things are supposed to be left up to mystery. So I've kind of skewed the scale a little bit, I think, on this. Some people might think that it was a little too high for me to rate Boom a 5. But as far as Doctor Who episodes and what you're trying to do, I really liked Boom. I really think it was a very effective episode. I rated Boom a 5. I rated Space Babies and The Devil's Cord 4 stars. I think I like this a little more than both of those. So I'm going to have to go 4.5 on this. I might be way off on the scale. Maybe they all need to come down a half star or a star. But 4.5 stars on 73 yards is where I end up. So thank you so much for watching this with me. I hope you'll hit the like and subscribe and stick around for more things I'm going to be doing on this channel. Hit the notification bell to see when I put up new videos. We're still plugging away at Doctor Who, and I appreciate you coming along with me. I'll see you on the next one.